Minister, honorable guests, and dear friends, it's my great pleasure to open the works of the digital Indo-Italian business mission on food processing, the first of this kind and the major step forward in our effort to establish an ever-growing partnership between Italy and India. Let me express my sincere gratitude to all the institutional and private partners which have contributed to the organization of this unique and innovative initiative, notably the Indian Minister on Food Processing Industries, the Embassy of Italy in New Delhi, the Italian Trade Agency, Invest India, and our entrepreneurial associations participating into the mission, Confindustria, Anima, and Ucima. I also thank the Confederation of India Industry for virtually hosting the mission in its IVE platform. It is a happy coincidence that, as we speak, the EU-India Summit is being held in Brussels. We have high expectation that the summit will contribute to strengthen the economic ties that link the EU and India and provide new impetus to reciprocal investments. India remains one of the most promising markets worldwide, an economy on the edge of innovation. In recent years, we have experienced a dramatic increase in the bilateral trade of goods and services. In particular, the total value of our trade has grown continuously in the last 6 years, reaching 9.4 billion euros in 2018 compared to 7.3 billion in 2014. Our export to the country continued to grow also in 2019 and peaked to 4 billion euros. We hope that this encouraging trend will soon restart in the aftermath of the COVID-19 crisis. As I mentioned before, India shares an extraordinary knowledge potential and represents a truly dynamic, technology-oriented economy. It is not surprising that we are gathered today to explore the opportunities arising from the implementation of the ambitious national mission on food processing. Our discussion will focus on a highly innovative sector with a remarkable potential of collaboration, where Indian requirements meet Italian know-how and technological capacities. Let me recall that Italy is the first supplier worldwide for food processing machinery, the second one for food packaging machinery, and the third one for agricultural machinery. We are also the most sustainable country in agriculture, having the lowest number of food products with pesticide residues and one of the largest areas under organic farming. On the same side, India has an immense potential for the establishment of a solid food processing industry. According to the data of Invest India, the food and grocery market in India is the 6th largest in the world, and its retail market constitutes almost 65% of the total retail market in India. Through its Ministry of Food Processing Industries, the government of India has also sanctioned almost 40 mega food parks to be set up in the country under the Mega Food Park scheme. This digital mission represents an important opportunity to stress the growing intensity of Italy-India business relations. We are confident that our fruitful cooperation can be further enhanced, and we are sure that growing interactions between our enterprises can offer a mutual benefit, also thanks to the ambitious strategy we have adopted to relaunch our export and support Italian business presence in foreign markets. I refer to the so-called Patto per l'Export, Pact for Export. This strategy was presented by Minister Di Maio last month, and the presence of several ministers, public entities, and the main Italian business associations. It is based on 6 main pillars: communication, promotion, information and training, trade fairs, e-commerce and export, and trade finance. These pillars include suggestions and needs stressed by 147 Italian business associations, which have virtually convened at the Ministry in 12 roundtables last April. First, Italian business associations underline the importance of launching an extraordinary communication campaign to convey a new image of our country and relaunch our export in the sectors most affected by COVID-19 emergency. We have already allocated 50 million euros to implement the campaign, and we are currently defining the campaign's content and key messages. Second, we will continue our promotion initiatives with what we call integrated promotion, put in place by our diplomatic and consular network, the Italian Trade Agency offices abroad, and the network of Italian institutes of culture. Through these initiatives, we aim at promoting Italian excellences in several sectors, from arts to culture, to science to innovation, from cinema to design. The initiatives can be a fruitful occasion for our professionals, artists, scientists, and entrepreneurs to showcase their work all over the world. Moreover, let me stress that we are well aware of the criticalities of the global trade scenario and its constant evolution. For this reason, the Ministry is willing to improve competencies and skills of our companies, especially SMEs, to face the challenges and grasp the opportunities of the global market. To this end, we intend to make available to our companies export managers and digital export managers. At the same time, last month, Minister Di Maio presented a digital book for our companies, a guide that comprised public schemes and incentives for the support Italian businesses in their activities abroad. The e-book is aimed at raising the awareness of our companies about public incentives and tools for our companies willing to operate abroad. We are also setting up a digital platform for B2B meetings and virtual fairs to cope with the criticalities of the pandemic and at the same time respecting social distancing measures. Concerning e-commerce, our trade agency is signing new agreements with the main e-commerce platform to foster the visibility of made in Italy products in foreign markets. Finally, for what concerns export and trade finance, we widened the set of financial instruments that could allow our small and medium enterprises to increase their industrial and commercial presence abroad. These instruments are directly managed by SIMEST under the surveillance of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and by SACE. On April 8th, the Italian government also issued a decree with urgent measures worth 200 billion euros to support companies' liquidity by providing loan guarantees, governmental coverage of non-market risks, with a special focus on SMEs and exporting companies. Let me conclude by expressing my wish that this digital business mission will be the occasion for forging long-term industrial partnerships and deepening economic and commercial relations. I am confident that this is going to be the first step in a dialogue which will continue in the months to come, culminating in a new round of the Joint Commission on Economic Cooperation to be held in Italy next year. I thank you all.